Hi everyone, Magnus here, back again with some more Live Explained Rapid, this time playing a 1950 from the United States. Let's start with pawn to e4. We are seeing a Caro Kann. I always like to put two pawns in the center against the Caro Kann, just to take as much space as possible. They're striking in the center. I'm going to push my pawn forward, taking some more space, and h4, preventing the move e6, because if the pawn were to go to e6, like that, I would play g4, bishop g6, h5, bishop e5, f3, and the bishop would be trapped. For that reason, my opponent plays pawn to h5, getting the bishop a square that it can now retreat to. Now, I'm going to play the more trappy of the two lines, bishop to g5. The point being that I'm preventing this pawn from moving forward. For this reason, my opponent goes queen to b6. I'm pinning their pawn, allowing to move forward. I'm going to play this tricky move, bishop d3. And they're going to take on d4, which is the main line. I'm going to play knight to f3, and after queen g4, I'm going to castle my king. And the idea of this opening is that after e6, you trade the bishop here and get the queen to take it. And then you play the move pawn to c4, and you try and break apart the black position while they're still a little bit underdeveloped here. You can quickly get your pieces out. I've actually had a classical game in this position. It did end in a draw because I think my opponent was really well prepared. But anyway, they go bishop to e7, looking to possibly trade with me. Let's think. Queen b3 seems like a logical move. Going after this pawn here. And if we get b6, I can possibly capture, and on this capture, queen b5, knight goes to d7. Potentially there is something like queen to c6. So I find that often the queen can sort of weasel her way into the position, and in combination with some knight jumps, this could get quite sketchy. Also, the knight still doesn't have a very nice development square, so the black king is still quite a few moves from castling. Also, the move rook c1 could be very interesting, I think. Although even takes, queen b5, knight d7, rook c1, then looking to play rook to c7, I think this looks like a fantastic attack. Okay, so they take this way, but now the move e6 becomes a very real possibility. I'm thinking about trying to move a rook to the e-file, possibly get something there. Also knight c3 and an instant knight sacrifice in the center. If there is a capture here, they will have a rook trapped over there. White is up so much development. Rook's coming to the open lanes. Black has still got the horses in the back. The rooks are trap, and the king is still many moves away from castling. So I've got a lot of time to work with here. Knight to d7 probably makes the most sense. On knight d7, I don't think I would sacrifice. I'd probably just move into the center. I feel like they have missed my idea of sacking the horsey in order to win the rookie in the corner, quite possibly. Let's bring out my queen. Attacking the rook, I'm going to capture the rook on the next turn. You can't stop me because there is no bishop, no nothing. There is no queen in the back so that you can move out your knight and defend it because the queen's wandered out to f5. Equally, if you castle, I will actually take your bishop as an in-between move, attacking this rook here. And if the rook were to move, I could just move my bishop back, and this rook is still pretty much dead. Actually, it's not quite dead. I would probably just go down some exchanges. So something like castles, I'll take, let's say you move your rook, attacking my bishop, I would just take here. And in fact, you cannot take my bishop because the horse would hang. So all these tactics looking pretty bleak for black, underdeveloped and without a good move. Also, is now there some takes. Apparently, they said that they misclicked Unfortunately, there isn't really a way for me to help them take that one back. It's quite a hard one to stop. Normally, I would try to repeat moves and fix it for them, but nevertheless, it was an interesting game to look at. I think it was, um, yeah, okay, so I had 98.8 accuracy for that game. It was e4 Caro Kann. I love playing these lines in the Caro Kann. People think they know the absolute best move, and this move queen to takes on d4 and queen g4 is the absolute best response, but you still have to be really well prepared in order to delve into these lines. E6 I do believe is still a good move. Don't really know why it says it's a mistake. I think this is still... Okay, now apparently you are meant to play bishop takes d3, and on queen takes d3. Oh yeah, then you play e6, and then people... Oh wait, sorry. People are playing knight... I played knight d2 and c4. This is the line that I played in a classical game. Got a fine position and made a draw. Although I was pressing. After e6 and you capture, the move pawn to c4 is very venomous, as the queen can now come out to b6. And although this pawn looks super solid, the problem is that with each of these lines opening up, there is a weakness created. So bishop goes to e7, queen now comes out to b3. This is the best move, don't really know what the engine is talking about. The point being that now you're inducing b6, looking to capture, weaken this diagonal, and bring a rook quickly into the attack. So after this trade here, knight to c3, threatening all kinds of sacrifices. Knight goes to h6. Now, 95. I don't know that this quite deserves a brilliant move, but I'll take it. And after this capture, my queen would just comes in. The rook is lost. My opponent tried to castle, but on castles, I would have played bishop takes e7. The rook moves, I would take here, and then I would be up way too many pieces. And this position in of itself is resignable. So, I do hope that you guys enjoyed this slightly shorter game than normal. Nice quick win. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.